Now those people hate me.
Yeah, right. Well, you've changed a lot, though. Seriously, you used to do the Hollywood Minute and really blast people,
Right.
but now David's like
He's part of the establishment.
he's part of the. You won't do that anymore, right?
No,
Because you
but-
meet these people.
But you know what? I tell you what happened. This actually has to do with you. First of all, I used to get in a little bit of trouble for doing the Hollywood Minute.
I love that.
You because unlike you, which I don't see you at Bennigan's a lot and
Right.
hanging out.
I don't hang out anymore.
Yeah,
well, you have to get laid. I don't.
You can do it.
Right.
Which is trouble because, you know, it's kind of a price to pay. And I still am out there at the malls and Hickory Farms, you know, doing the things people do.
So you would make fun of these various celebrities.
So I'd make fun of celebrities, and then I'd run into them. And then I remember I met Cameron. Then it was like business. I met Cameron Crowe, who
Right.
who
He's
is
a great director.
Yeah.
who is whose wife is in Heart. Did you
Right.
know that?
No.
Yeah. You
She's
did
in Heart.
too.
And I had
What's Heart?
The rock band Heart.
Oh yeah, right.
Of
Heart.
course
Oh
you
yeah,
know
right.
that.
I forgot. Right. Yeah, I know that.
so I was a big fan of Heart, but of course made fun of him on the show.
Right.
So I meet Cameron, and you know, just being excited to meet him, turning into the punch of her going, I thought it was really crappy. In other words, of what you said about me and my sister last week.
Oh.
And so all you can say is, you know, it's just business.
So you started to get uncomfortable.
Right, and that happened all the time. And then just regular celebrities and stuff. And then when you came on, I said to the writers, I go, look, in case Howard, let's just show him something in case he doesn't have an idea, they don't want to let him do it. Let's give him like Hollywood Minute jokes. He can do like a Hollywood Minute. And then if he wants to, if they're funny, he can come do them. So let's just write them anyway.
Right.
Just in case. So we write them, and I go, write them. You can write them meaner than what I would do because
It's Howard.
Because Howard's a scumbag
That's
and
right. Let him get him.
let him do it.
and I've lost my edge. So
Right. Yeah.
we say, okay, so we write them all up, and I'm joining in because I write some of them too. And I go, I'd never do that one. Yeah, do that. So we send them over, and then it doesn't work out for you to be on the show that week. So they're sitting around, and 1 week I was doing a piece with Drew Barrymore, and on Thursday she went in the hospital, and we couldn't film it. We were going to pre-tape it. So Friday I didn't have a piece, so I go, oh no, give me that Howard Hollywood Minute.
So you did it.
So I took it out, and we added a few, and I did them. And the one, so it was originally written for you, but this one.
Is that what you did this weekend?
No, that was about a month ago.
Oh, a month ago.
Right, it wasn't right after that thing with you, but it was like mid-December, and it was great. It did really well on the show, and everyone was glad I did it. But I got in trouble, and Monday morning, I was sitting at home, and I don't know if you heard this, but I was sitting at work reading magazines, the paper, and the receptionist goes, David, Eddie Murphy's on line 1 for you.
Uh-oh.
And I go, in a meeting.
Can't take that.
And
what'd you say about him?
everyone looks at me, and I just keep reading. BP starts going up.
Yeah.
And then she comes 2 minutes later. Eddie Murphy calls back. He says he knows you can get out of your meeting. It's BS. Get on the phone. And I go, can't find me. And then I swear my BP's going 1,000 over 2,000. And then everyone's like, dude, get on the phone. I'm like, you. So then they come in, and Lauren's assistant says he's calling Lauren to get you out of the meeting. And he says if you don't get on the phone, he's going to come down here. He wants to talk to you.
Eddie Murphy's an angry black man.
So I have to go call him, and I was like, I sure as hell don't want him to come down here and like
Kick my
Oh,
ass.
come on. That would have been great.
Just-
Get a camera.
Yeah, there's your next week's minute.
Right. So then I said, should I tape the call? I'm sneaky like you.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be the big one. So I go, no, because it's disrespectful to sneak attack him like that. So I call him like, beep, boop, beep, beep.
Yeah.
And they go,
Oh, he cursed you out?
I can't.
So what did what did he say?
So he gets on, and they say, I go, I'm David Spade. I'm supposed to call here. And they go, I'm totally terrified. And they go, sure, hang on a minute. It's him. And so I hear, gentlemen, go ahead. Which I didn't get much going ahead. He started yelling at me. And
He did?
yeah.
He yelled. What did you say
He
about
yelled
him?
at you?
He was saying, I mean, it made sense. He was saying, I helped keep that show around, and I'm the reason you still have a job.
Oh,
Please,
please. Eddie, mellow
Give
out.
us a break.
What did you say about him? I don't even know what you said.
I just said, there was worse ones, believe me, but his was, I showed his picture and said, look, kids, there's a falling star, make a wish.
Well, it's
Not bad.
a big
Yeah.
deal.
It was cute. And
Boy, what a thin skin.
Thin skin.
He was mad that I attacked his whole career instead of one movie.
Oh, I see.
So-
So why don't you get back on the air and just tell everyone
His
that?
whole career. No, you were saying he was a star and he hasn't had a good run lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I
Welcome
don't-
to reality.
I think it's just,
You know what the problem is, Eddie? You can't be the director, the writer, the producer,
No, you can't be Clark Gable.
Right.
And that was tough because he was a big fan. I was a big fan.
And he
of
yelled
his,
at you?
And that's my first conversation with him is.
Can't have it both ways, Mr. Spade.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I know.
you can't.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
But I go
That's
back
pretty
and
funny.
forth.
See, because he's real funny when he's goofing on these
Right.
people.
Yeah.
It's great.
You just what you ought to do is get married, have kids, and stay at home with them, and not come out of the house where people can't find
Get
you.
yourself a bunker.
You do want it both ways. Like I do impressions, and I always want them to. I had Michael J. Fox and Tom Petty, and then when they came on the show, I was like, I do like me, and they're like, no, that's not how it works.
That's pretty funny. I love
Well,
that.
that Cleghorn woman used to do me. I thought she was hysterical. I've met her.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, well, she was actually being nice to you.
No, she wasn't.
You don't think so?
All I did was giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well.
there have been meaner impressions.
Yeah, right.
But I wouldn't have minded. I mean, they've done me before. I think it's cool.
I'm just happy somebody notices me.
Yeah.
What is it? Jackie keeps writing notes. What is he doing?
What are you doing over there? Would you cut it out? You're distracting
Saying,
Mr. Spade.
I'll be at Pipsqueak's Friday.
Well, he's
Yeah,
ready for his
time for his
plug.
plug.
He's like, where is my plug? So how'd you leave off
You're
with Eddie
holding up
Murphy?
Commerce.
Eddie Murphy, I just left off with I'm sorry you
sorry.
feel that way, and
And then he hung up?
it's kind of what we both do, and
That's like, well, you see,
I mean, did he understand anything at all?
I think it was hard to get through. I didn't talk much.